Hello, everybody. Lord Magic is here. We're back. We're playing more modern. We're gonna play fishies. All right. Let's take a look at this. We got to get this deck set up here. It's been a bit. We're doing this. We got to test out our new Merfolk friend, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. There we go. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the sideboard. There we go. Make the cards a little bit bigger and easier to read. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. See, now they're all pretty. Everybody can see them on stream. Excellent. This is what we're going to jam today. Simic Merfolk in Modern. All right. So what's going on? Why are we doing this? Oh, we got a new Merfolk 1-drop. I think I posted about this a little bit. Yeah, it's this guy. Mindspring Merfolk, actually. Where is it here? Yeah, you know me. I'm a magpie, right? So right here, I've got mine. Hold on, let me. Yeah. You know, I've got my shiny ones right here. Nice pre-release foils for this. Oh, there we go. It's a new 1-drop Merfolk. It's actually everything we've ever wanted, with one very small issue with it. So let's see. Yeah, 1-drop blue creature, 1/1 exhaust for X and blue. You tap it, draw X cards, put a +1/+1 counter on each Merfolk you control. So this creature is basically a 1-drop Merfolk Lord, and it draws you a bunch of cards in the late game. That's great. You can only do that once, but that's fine. It only needs to be done once. The only problem is that it has 1 toughness, which means it is a little bit weak to stuff like Orcish Bowmasters and Wrenn and 6. Now, from what I'm hearing, there's not a lot of Orcish Bowmasters out and around right now, so should be okay. But honestly, I really don't care anyway. I think this card is just really good. Like, if the best thing they can do is just kill my 1-drop, then that's fine, because it means they're not killing my more important creatures with it. So that's great. And they only really have 1 turn to do this, because if they play this after this, we're holding up the exhaust ability, we can just activate it in response and just put the +1/+1 counters on our creature so the ping doesn't kill it. So it's very powerful. Rewards you for having lots of mana. So if you do flood out, then you have a way to convert all that flood into a bunch of cards to start attacking your opponent, which is nice. Um, and it also means that playing with stuff like Noble Hierarch is actually a little bit more viable now, because in the late game, this thing adding a bunch of mana doesn't really do a whole lot. However, it does help a little bit with this, because now we have more mana sources for this guy. Some people have been trying Utopia Sprawl also instead of Aether Vial, which definitely is a possibility. I think if we wanted to do that, we probably need to have the basic forest in here, because Harbinger of the Seas will make Utopia Sprawl on a breeding pool fall off. So yeah, that you will require the basic forest, I think, if you want to go that route. It's certainly an option, but Hierarch also means stuff like turn 2 Harbinger of the Seas is definitely a possible thing you can do, and you can just lock your opponent out of mana very early in the game. Or even turn 2 Tishana's Tidebinder, and just getting fetches that much earlier is very powerful. The other thing is Svyelun on turn 2 is still a very strong play as well, so I mean, it could be possible that, like, even just hurting our ability to cast Hierarchs, like, is fine, because, like, this card is just way more powerful anyway, so it's probably where, we want to be. The only thing is we don't get to play with, like, Mutavaults here, but you know how I feel about the Mutavaults anyway. They tend to mana screw us a lot, so I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, and then there not being a lot of Bowmasters means that Floodpits Drowner is a little bit better. So I'm hoping that this will do some work today. So yeah, overall, like, this is just a pretty aggressive list here. We want to ideally curve, like, Hierarch into like a 3-drop. That's the way to go normally, but we still get to play a very reasonable curve otherwise. And then the sideboard is just a bunch of the usual suspects here, just you know, we've played like all these cards before. I haven't played a whole lot of Modern since the ban, so I can't really say like what's like super popular right now. But I don't know. We're gonna find out one way or the other together. All right. It's gonna be interesting. I know that like Mox Opal has made like the Breach deck really powerful, and the thing is like we do have a lot of answers to that. Like we have like Force and Tidebinders and Flare, so we should be like in reasonable position against that deck. But we'll see. The Island Walk is pretty nice too. Harbinger like kills off Urza Sagas and such. So see if we can beat it like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna try this and see how it goes. Also, I am going to say that this stream is unofficially sponsored by the Epic Storm. I got some free play points from Bryant Cook, so yeah, I'm plugging the Epic Storm. Look, if you love any sort of like combo decks, like they do videos on that all the time. I watch them a lot. All right. He's an amazing player. We've played against him on this channel a few times in the past in Legacy, so I will put a link to his YouTube channel here. So you definitely, like I said, content worth checking out. So there we go. All right, now let's go. We gotta do our own content here. So let's give it a try. This is experimental. I don't know how well it's gonna go. So maybe this will fail miserably, but we gotta try. Start somewhere. So let's give it a shot. All right. And we are going to get into our first game here as soon as we get our opponent. So, beautiful. Put the chat on here. There we go. All right. Let's see. How many times are we going to get to win with, like, turn 2 Svyelun? That'd be pretty awesome. Or, I mean, our turn 2 Harbinger of the Seas actually is more likely. Just, like, color screw the opponent out of being able to cast spells before they realize that they need to fetch a basic. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Because we can do stuff like turn 1, like, Breeding Pool into Hierarch, and they can just think, like, okay, I'm just going to play, like, a tapped land or something and just pass, and then we just like slam Harbinger with the Might of Zeus, and the game just ends. It is a potential argument for trying Utopia Sprawl, so that's something maybe in the future we'll give that a shot just to try to maximize on that. So turn 2 Tidebinder on a fetch. Yes, we do have lots of mana denial plays that will like be very powerful against these decks, so we're hoping. The thing that does worry me though is that black-white like Ketramos deck does seem like that could be kind of tough because they have Solitudes and Ephemerates, and we don't like any of those cards. Now, Tidebinder can help a little bit against that, but like Ephemerate is just a very, very brutal card for us to deal with, so I don't know. That's something that we really want to have Flare for that, and if we don't have Flare, then we're probably going to die. So. Yeah, Tidebinder in turn 2 is pretty good, so we'll see. Okay. Oh my god, where's all the people? Come on. Paris, I want to play. Let's go. Come on. Opponents. Somebody. Anybody. Oh, well, we're here. We got it. We're on the play. Excellent. I mean, yeah, we gotta keep this, so. Oh, I gotta fix this. There we go. Let's play Botanical Sanctum into Mindspring Merfolk. Mindspring is just such a powerful card here. It's great. Opponent's not going to do anything. That's fine. Okay. Alright, we'll see what they do here. Maybe Harbinger will win next turn. Who knows? I mean, if they don't find a basic land this turn, then it's possible. That's not good. This might be bad for us. Fuck Boggart Trawler with Solitude. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. If I don't flare this now, then they're going to just kill my Harbinger of the Sea. Right. Alright, cool. Let's hope that they can't cast any important spells now. There we go! Okay. So, that was great. These are not lands I expected to see like this. Okay. So I guess this is the Thalia deck, maybe? So what do they need all these for? Yeah, I mean, I expect that there's like Thalias in here. Maybe there could be what Scion of Draco. There's a lot of bad things that can happen, but it's just, and it's not easy to know. They have Solitudes, right? So how do we want to deal with this? Actually know what's in their deck. I'm going to assume Dismember is probably important. I'm going to assume Floodpits Drowner is probably not that important. Maybe Stern Scolding matters. I mean, this could be a Leyline deck. I'm not sure. I feel like Stern Scolding might be useful to have here. Alright, is there anything I don't want with this? If it is Thalia, then Vial's probably not that great. Let me take out one of these. Alright, we'll try it like this. Alright, let's see. I mean, this hand seems fine. Okay, they're keeping 6 cards here. Mulligan to 5. Alright, well that makes Stern Scolding. Mulligan to 4. What the fuck is going on? I don't understand. This just makes me like that much more inclined to like have this spell. I might just play Tideshaper next turn as a 1/1 and just hold up Stern Scolding with the expectation that they might just try to jam Solitude here. Armsy, yeah! Thank you for being here with me. Swamp, okay. Birthing Ritual, okay. I mean, they need a creature in play for this, right? I think that means my life total probably doesn't matter that much. This just feels like the safe... You know what? Yeah, no, that's probably the safest thing to do here, because I can still play this as a land, hold up Scolding plus a creature if I need to. Because if they're going to play, like, Skyclave Apparition or something, I really want to counter that. Or, like, if they play Solitude. Renegade Rallier, I'm definitely going to counter this. They have one card left, so let's see. That's a pretty good one. I think we're just keeping that up, because whatever creature they play will just counter the ability with it, I think. Or maybe counter Birthing Ritual. I mean, I kind of have to let this happen, right? Oh, they don't get anything off of this, so... Okay. Okay. Well, if they get any relevant trigger, I'm just going to counter the trigger with Tidebinder, so... Yeah, see, this is absolutely something we are going to deal with. Sure. We have Island Walk. We can just play a Lord here. They're at 3, so I mean, I can just play another Lord next turn and probably kill them with anything. What are they going to get here that matters with Recruiter? I don't know. I only eat bad cats, okay? They got a Solitude, but they don't have anything to pitch to it yet, so... Okay, sure. I mean, that doesn't... I win, right? Alright. We got there. Beat Birthing Ritual. Okay, cool. Stern Scolding looked pretty good. Tidebinder looked really good. I mean, that could have been a lot worse for us than it ended up being. Like, that deck can be pretty brutal once they get, like, the Birthing Ritual in play, so... Alright, but they mulliganed pretty hard, and we punished them dearly for it, so that's fine. Take those. Alright, we're on the draw. Alright, let's see, what do we got? Butters is sleeping on the bed behind me. Uh, see, this sucks. If this was like a breeding pool, I might actually keep this hand, but I cannot keep it with just one land. This is totally fine. Blood Crypt, alright, well, sure. And that probably means they have to take Harbinger, right? This has to be the choice. And it took Aether Vial, that's surprising. I don't think Aether Vial really matters that much in this game, so I'm not sure why they would do that. Alright, let's hope that they're not one of the decks here that's still jamming Bowmasters. Beseiju, okay. Interesting. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, okay. You're gonna fatal push this? Okay, cool. You better have a plan for this Harbinger of the Seas or it's gonna wreck you. They do not. Okay, neat. I can't possibly fathom how they would keep a hand that can't deal with this and Thoughtseize me and not take it. Right? I have to play it here, but I am using an underwater one because I am playing a Merfolk deck. You are correct. Okay, Lightning Bolt, sure. We're playing Merfolk, so we live under the sea for this. Damn it! I got punished. I should have Tidebindered this fucking foothills. Alright. What are we up at? Fable? This might be the time where we want to just use the exhaust ability of this thing. If they don't do anything, I'll just draw 2 cards. Oh yeah, we're okay. We're so this is fine. We are up against the. We are in fact up against creativity deck. I'm not gonna block this. Renin 6. Okay. This seems like a really good target for this thing. Let's not give them any lands back here. They only have 2 cards left, so they are fatal pushing this because they can't afford for this thing to die. That's a really good card to hold up here. Thoughtseize, huh? I mean, if I'm going to lose this anyway, I may as well cast it and get rid of something here. Should probably just get rid of this goblin token. This is a really weird game. Let's get rid of Renin. Actually, I think I'm supposed to attack my opponent here. I don't know. Do I attack them or to Renin 6? This is actually a difficult choice. If I don't kill the Renin 6 now, I might never get to. I think I'm supposed to kill Renin 6. Because then if I need to use the flare, I don't know, like I don't have to worry about this like locking that down. If they have creativity and I just flare it, they probably lose the game on the spot. Well, that wasn't a terribly good draw. Alright. I'm not going to attack yet. I want to... If I draw a Lord, I can attack through this thing easily, so... that's not good. Now they can start getting lands back. Yeah, okay. It's a problem. Because this thing can now make a blocker. That was a really good draw for them, and this was a piss poor draw for us. They're probably going to get Basic Mountain with this if they have a second one. That is shocking. Well, okay, I guess they can still fetch another Basic Mountain next turn, right? They have to be careful, because, like, they can't cast a Creativity if I put another Harbinger in play. Okay, well, opponent, you have one card in your hand. I hope it's not a lightning bolt, so... Because now you actually can't cast your creativity. And now I am, like, a lord away from killing you. Okay. So we know they have one card in hand that's not a land. I guess I just attack with Tidebinder here, right? If they block, then I get to attack for 4 next turn. Oh, that's so bad for me. How is their last card a fucking Fatal Push? They've already gone through 3 of them. That's not fair. Alright, we're just dead. Like, fuck. Okay. Yep, no, this is terrible. That was an incredibly good last card to have. Holy shit. I'm thinking about, like, I need to beat this Ren in 6, right? That's what I'm looking at here. Otherwise, they can just, like, retrace this thing. Like, they'd be able to get, like, they still have the treasure token. They could end up retracing and killing my guy anyway. So I had to try to race this emblem here. Like, hope that maybe I can sneak in enough damage or something before this matters. But no, I think we're just lost now. Like, they had everything this game. It's insane. Okay, there, it's over. That's brutal, but you know what? It's okay. We're gonna survive. All right. This is a Force of Negation game for sure. Like, we have lots of really good cards against them here, so. Oh. The cat had its, like, little fishy toy under the desk by my foot. I'm like, what was that? What am I feeling? All right. Yeah, I think that we're supposed to just take out Drowner for this. Maybe we just bring in, like, Subtlety. Just, like... I don't know, is Svyelun better or worse here? Maybe like this. Okay. Alright. This is a pretty slow hand. I don't really think that this is what we want. This is a little better, but not by a whole lot. Like I think I have to keep this one, but I'm not really happy about it. All right. Like the best thing for us is if they just put a land into play tapped here, but if they just like thought seize us, like that's so bad. And they're gonna thought seize us here, okay. Unless they cast Faithless Looting, like I guess that's possible. Nope, thought seize. Alright, sure, you got it. Take my fucking Force of Negation, go off with impunity. What are you gonna do? That's life. Right? I think they have to take Force, probably. It's not 100% that that's what they're taking, but I think that's like 70% likely that they take Force. They got rid of Mindspring. That's surprising. I wouldn't have expected that. I don't know if the game is going to go long enough for that to really matter here. Okay, well... I also don't think my life total particularly matters here, so... Maybe they just think that because I don't have another creature, if I play this, I just don't have Force up. I don't know. Possible. I can't do anything about that, so sure. Yep. This is terrible. I need like Harbinger of the Seas to help me here. They just caught so they definitely have like persist ready here. I have to be very careful. It's not the worst. Probably gonna pitch the Lords of Force of Negation and tick Vial up to 3 for Tishana's Tidebinder. I'm definitely not putting it in play right now. If they have persist here, like I think I'm just it's a sorcery, right? Yeah, so I don't have to worry about that just yet. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, still don't really need to play the Tidebinder. Wait till they crack this fetch land. No land for you, sir. Well, they don't have Fatal Push or Lightning Bolt, because I think they would have used it there. But I have to be very careful about this Force of Negation now, so... Sure. Can't afford to play the Lord because I need the Force up just in case they draw like a land for creativity or a persist to get the Archon, so either way I have to counter it, so I guess they're just waiting for like another Thoughtseize to make sure the coast is clear. We really want to see Harbinger of the Seas. Okay, that's not the worst. I think I still don't do anything here. But it does mean I have 2 counter spells up, because I can pitch to Force and hardcast Flare now if I need to. That's... I mean, it's not good, but... live with it. It means we're not dead to a Thoughtseize. Vampire's Vengeance is a good card to know about. Can it stop starting down there? Thank you. They don't know that we have a counterspell, but they might suspect it. And if they go for creativity, we still have Flare, so we're not dead. This is really where if we could draw a Harbinger, then we might actually win the game here. But we really need Harbinger like this exact turn, because otherwise it's gonna be too late. Alright, we're just dead, right? We can't win with this. I'm not gonna play it, so I'll let them live in fear that we drew another Force, but these draws have been piss poor. We are playing like less lands in this deck than we normally play, and we're still like somehow just like getting the absolute worst shit of all time. They discarded Indomitable Creativity. That means the game's over. Alright, they got it. That was ridiculous. Like, everything went wrong for us there. They had it like every time, and we just couldn't get anything going. I had to make that attack with the Tidebinder because the Ren in 6 was threatening to emblem, so I had to do something. Right, sitting back and just waiting for that thing to pop was not the correct answer, I don't think. Yeah, because if they had a removal spell for that, then we were dead no matter what. But well, it's a combo deck, so like it's gonna be a fast match. Like they either are gonna win in like turn 4, or they're gonna basically just die to Harbinger of the Seas. That's how this matchup works. Alright, we get to be on the play. Alright, what do we got here? Sanctum, Aether Vial. Some pretty slow hand. If anything bad happens to this Aether Vial, we're screwed. We do have a bunch of like, probably keep this, but I am not very happy about this. Alright, let's see. If we draw another land, this hand immediately becomes excellent. If we do not draw another land, this hand is going to be very slow and vulnerable. Especially if something bad happens to Aether Vial. But this is what we signed up for, so... It's another, like, reason that, I don't know, maybe, like, playing with Utopia Sprawl is a little bit better in this kind of deck, because it makes the 3-drops a lot more playable. I think you play, like, probably less Sanctums in that list, because you need to have more actual forests to enchant. But opponent is really not sure what they're doing here, it seems. Alright, come on. Come on, opponent. Figure out what's going on. Figure it out, dude. I don't know. I don't feel like we're that bad versus creativity. Like, I think in general we're pretty good. Like, Harbinger of the Seas is really powerful. We just like they rolled up really strong that game, so, and we kind of rolled really poorly there, so. But overall, like, okay, they did take a mulligan, so they were really debating on that 7. They didn't like it that much. So, all right. We're gonna play Aether Vial. We need to pray to draw a land in turn 2. That would be the best possible draw for us right now. Draw land. Oh god, yeah, we really need that land because we're up against probably Boros energy here. Yep. All right, land or we're dead, right? That's how this is gonna go. Ooh, that wasn't the one. Fuck. This deck is going to murder us. They're just gonna play fucking Ajani. Yeah, look, I've got nothing for this. Like, Ajani is going to end us. This card is ridiculously stupid. This is like one of the most powerful 2-drops that exists in this format. This might be the first time I'm playing with this Aether Vial. This is the one that Mana Trader sent me today. I like playing with my Mythic Orange Invention ones. Alright, well, we know we're in for some shit here, so. Yeah, so the trick here is that whenever another cat dies, this thing flips into its other side, which is very powerful. And we don't really have a good way to stop it. They might even just kill their own cat token if they have to, so. Makes it brutal. And this thing will just, yeah, as they keep playing creatures, they keep acquiring energy that's just going to make all their other creatures even more powerful, so. They play lots of really cheap but very powerful cards like this, and tons of removal to back it up. It's not an easy matchup for us at all. It is one of the matchups where we basically need to turn all their lands into islands, or else we're just going to lose the game. Now, interestingly here, if we do draw the island, the game is not over. Like, it is still possible if we can draw the land that maybe we can come back. Because then we can play two drops and then maybe think about ticking Vial up to 3. In the hopes of drawing like Harbinger of the Seas, or even just putting one of these 2 dummies in play. That's definitely not the one. I do not need another Floodpits Drowner. Yeah, that's going to make life a lot harder for us. I mean, I just gotta take this, right? Like, I don't have a choice here. They're putting it on himself, so. Well, let's keep him tapped down for the next turn. I don't want to do this preemptively because if I tapped him, he would just put it on like one of the other creatures instead. But at least this isn't going to hit us again next turn. But yeah, this is just bad. Like, we can't really do anything here. If I don't draw a land, we're basically in right-click concede territory because, like, this board is way too big. We are never going to come back from this. If any of these cats die, this thing just becomes a fucking monster. What, Harbinger of the Seas or bust? Alright, well, I guess that's possible. Alright. So here, I guess what we're going to do here is... They don't know that we have Svyelun, which we can vial in. Okay, now the game is over because yeah, yeah, it's over. Like they can sacrifice this, flip a Johnny. Like we are never sticking anything on the board. Like that was absurd. No way, nothing. We could not do a fucking thing about that. That was so bad, insanely terrible for us. All right. This is definitely not a Mindspring Merfolk match. Does Tidebinder do anything on the play? Probably not. Not that much. I think I would rather have these cards. Alright. Let's go. What we tried, like, it was a risky hand, not gonna lie, but, you know, it happens sometimes. This is a much better hand to keep. We can put Svyelun in play in turn 2 if we really want to. Which I think I'm inclined to try doing. They might play like Guide of Souls here. Or if we draw a 2-drop, we can play the island, dismember something, and play the 2-drop, and that's still an option. Probably just jamming Svyelun is the correct thing here if they let us untap with this. If they don't, we'll play Vial and have Dismember up in case they play like a Johnny or something. Alright. Yep, bolt the bird. Sure, that's fine. Play the Aether Vial, hold the Dismember up. If they play Tishana, then we can just get rid of it. We would rather use Tideshaper to hit a basic land, because then that's a little bit better with the Harbinger of the Seas. Okay, if they don't play another land here, I will absolutely just... Okay, well, they don't have another land, so... Now, all of a sudden, this Tideshaper in this land looks fucking fantastic. Here's the thing. If they can't actually do anything about this, then we just win the game. Like, they have to draw a land right now or they're dead. They did not. Okay. I will eat all the cats I have to in this matchup, okay? Because their cats are super... See, they kept the same kind of hand we had last game, and they're getting punished for it the same way that we did. Alright. I think from here we've just kind of got this. Alright, let's attack first. Use the Grove first, right? Well, that's not exactly what we were hoping to see here. Multiple Svyelun's don't really do anything. Alright, there we go. We won. Okay. Alright, opponent is never casting spells again. See, look, there's nothing they can do here. They need to play, yeah, like, what, exactly like basic Mountain, And they're only like 1 or 2 in their entire deck, and like it's over. So okay, cool. See, that's what it looked. All right, so we had a bullshit game the first game, and another bullshit game in reverse in the second half. So I guess let's see what they're doing for game 3, right? Maybe I want Tidebinder for the third game. I don't know. Maybe it just it might actually be a little bit better than Drowner here. Just because they're more likely to flip a Johnny here, or get like Flage online, and we need something to slow that down or deal with it. So more inclined to lean on the powerful cards versus the aggro cards. All right, well, we've got a chance. It's not a terribly good matchup, but at the same time, like, oh, this hand is so close to being good. Like, this is a hand again. If I had one land, I might keep this, but I think I have to keep this because I don't really get a choice here. I just have to. You have to play the Tide Shaper probably in turn 1. It gives me Flare of Denial. I guess the best thing is if we draw like Noble Hierarch into Harbinger of the Seas, that would just be awesome, but it's not a terribly good hand, really. Oh god. Yeah, okay, we're fucked. Have to play this and block Ragavan. I don't really get an option here. If they have a removal spell, then we're just sunk, right? Because Ragavan is like one of the most powerful cards in this format. Like, yeah, when Bowmasters goes away, this card comes out to play, and yeah, we're fucked. Okay, cool. It just generates such an overwhelming advantage. Now they can cast like a Johnny here, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like, we're just dead. They're so far ahead from this. Yeah, like we needed it exactly like Dismember off the top, and that's the only card in our deck that could like help us there. Oh, Goblin Bombardment, that's great. Love it. Okay, yeah, I have to play, I think, the Drowner here, and then use it to flare off any creature that they play. That's so bad for me. Like, I cannot have that resolve. If that resolves alongside the Goblin Bombardment, I have no chance. So I gotta stun Ragavan here. And then flare this thing, so this is just gonna give them like infinite tokens to use to kill off all my creatures, and I can't win if this resolves. They're not gonna get another treasure token here. Hopefully they don't have another one of these. Maybe we can do something if we draw like Svyelun. I don't know. Well, they just had another land. Okay. I mean, it's not great, but I think we're kind of in the same scenario here. And I don't think I want to fetch, because I'm pretty sure I actually want to draw a land so I can play 2 lords here. And I just have to hope they don't have another creature. Interesting. That's actually pretty good here, right? Okay, they just have lands in hand. They don't actually have anything like of value at the moment, so again, Drowner on this thing and Stern Scolding is not a bad way to do this. And then again, maybe we can get like Master and Lord together and play at the same time. The only bad thing is if they have like Flage, like I can't really deal with that. It looks like they just drew another land. Okay. They like the card on top of their deck. That's not a good sign. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing to have happen right now. Okay. Still don't think I really want to crack this here. Alright, well, I have to play the Lord. Ragavan's not going to attack, but I still have... I have Scolding up. So they can't play another creature, right? Their last card is not a creature. They definitely would have played it if it was. They don't have enough mana to play Flage and flash it back at the same time. I mean, okay. I think here it's worth doing this. All right. I'm kind of just in the same position here. I need them to just like draw what? Nothing. I guess I'm looking for Harbinger of the Seas, right? If I play Harbinger of the Seas, I don't know if they can actually beat that right now. I'm pretty well insulated against that here. So they only have one creature in play for bombardment, so as long as they don't play two creatures and I draw Harbinger, I could actually get there. I know that you guys like Hedge Mage, or Hedge Maze. I'm still not really sure how I feel about that card, so maybe, maybe not. So it looks like they did not draw. Okay, well, I'm just going to block this thing, right? There's no reason for me not to block this here. What am I doing? I don't think they have anything for this, so I'm just going to play this. I know. If I won't know until I try, but I guess I'm still in the position here where they just have like two do-nothing cards in their hands. They got another land. Alright. We need Harbinger of the Seas. Still not a bad one. I mean, if all they're drawing is just a bunch of useless lightning bolts, I'm okay with this. No, we'll just stop that here. This is a good opportunity to do this. How much? Yeah, all right. They're like, all right, we got to keep this thing away from here. No, thank you. Not doing that. Harbinger, come on! Fuck! I have no more fetchable lands in my deck. Alright, well, they're going to have to give me the Floodpits Drowner back here, so at least I can throw that away to Flare of Denial. Well, I guess I don't really need to. I can just hardcast Flare, but I guess I get my creature back, so there's that. Sacred Foundry. Okay, they're just top decking like nothing. We're in this weird game where we're both just drawing dink. All right. I just have to hope. You know what? I think we're good from here, right? When they go to 4, I can just flare whatever they play this turn and we'll get there. So I can throw away the Floodpits Drowner to flare and that'll be fine. All right, we win the match. That was such a ridiculous game. Like, opponent went like 5 or 6 turns in a row just basically drawing nothing, and we're over here just barely staying ahead of them with like one creature for a while. So probably not the way that matchup goes most of the time, but you know what? I'll take it. It makes up a little bit for the bullshit we just faced last round. All right. Sorry. We're on 2-1. 2-1. It's good. We need one more win to get our play points back. 2 more wins, and we make some real money. All right. We're up against Dirtle Turtle. Lol. Sweet. We're on the draw here, so... again, no lands. Mulligan, I guess. It's the life we live here. They have mulligans, we have to mulligan, so... Fuck! If this one island was, like, actually a green... Like, if it was a breeding pool or something, I could keep this. I cannot keep this hand. I have to keep this one, right? All right, am I keeping Hierarch or am I keeping like or what am I keeping like what Tidebinder or do I keep Vial here? All right, what do we do? Are we putting all of our hopes and dreams in this thing? I think we are. I think we have to. We're on 5 cards. We don't really get a choice. Oh, fuck. That is not what I wanted to see here. That is not a good sign for us. It's probably Ketramos in this deck that we have to worry about. It means there's probably like Solitudes and Ephemerates and a bunch of stupid bullshit, so. And they have a basic planes, yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna be real bad. Yep, there's Prismatic Ending, so. Alright, I guess we're playing a Lord. I don't really have anything better to do here. Like, we are in such a bad position against this right now. If they just like Solitude Ephemerate us, like we're done. So there's nothing. We have nothing for this. Yep. It's literally they just get to like what, draw a card every turn here. All right, what do we do here? We just pray that they don't actually have pray they don't have Solitude, I guess, because if they have Solitude, then we're sunk. Okay. If they don't have it, maybe there's a chance, right? Because Tidebinder can protect us from some stuff. But if they have the Solitude and the Harbinger goes away, we have nothing. So This plus Relic just lets them draw a card for like, every turn that they exile something. There's only 3 cards in exile right now, and they need to have 7. So, well, actually, no, there's 4 because it counts our thing too. All right, do you have Solitude or not, opponent? This is an easy question. Beautiful. Well, if they had it last turn, I feel like they would have used it, but... Oh, they're just drawing a card here? Okay. Well, they're drawing technically 2 cards. They're just desperately digging for the Solitude now. If they have Solitude and Ephemerate... Like, we can beat just Solitude, and we cannot beat Solitude and Ephemerate. Alright, so we need them not to have Ephemerate, right? If they have Ephemerate, we're dead. That's interesting. So, they definitely did that wrong. Because they should be stacking the triggers in the opposite manner. Because now they basically just told me I don't have Ephemerate, you don't have to worry about this. Because if they had Ephemerate, they could play around it and just like respond to the Tidebinder by using Ephemerate on it, so. There's still only 6 things in exile right now. So, alright. Somehow we get there game 1, but I was not very confident about that, to be honest, so. What am I supposed to do against this deck? What, Stern Scolding seems like it's pretty good. I mean, this does kill Ketramos. I feel like I'm supposed to have this card. This card seems really bad. Oh yeah, because they also have they have the stupid dog. I have to kill that. That's right, I have to kill the dog. Felia. It's really dangerous to us. Probably need Flare of Denial. Like, the counter spells are really the way to go here. Let me take out, like... I'm not sure. Like, I'm honestly unsure, like, what the right thing to do here is. Maybe take out Mindspring. I think maybe, like, this is okay. Supposed to take out the Lords? I don't know. So I might need this for the Flare of Denials. You take out the Vials. Actually, you know what? That's right. I should have took Vial out. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to keep this, and we're going to try to go for just the Hierarch plan. We can just slam Harbinger, and they don't have the Ephemerate, then maybe. All right, never mind. Here comes Thoughtseize.
Hey.
Hi, Jess.
Are you winning?
We are 2-1. We've won the first game here. So they're probably going to take our Harbinger of the Seas. The rest of our hand is really bad.
Hi, Armsy. Hi.
All right.
Armsy.
Yeah, they kind of have to take this here. So they
Right.
took Hierarch. Okay, that doesn't say a lot of good things for us. We drew another Vial. You know what? That's my fault. I should have thought about this. Yeah, because Vial's really bad against Felia, so... Yeah. I get punished for not sideboarding them out, and now they're just gonna roll us here, so... These are so bad in the face of this. And there's no way in fuck that they let us keep Harbinger of the Seas without a plan to deal with it, so... Oh yeah, Emperor of Bones, that's really bad for me. Mm-hmm. We have drawn more mana sources. Very bad. Yeah, I'm pretty like this is probably we just concede here, right? Like with Emperor and Ketramos, they're drawing multiple cards a turn. Like we have nothing. Like they're just gonna completely steamroll us here. They also have 2 basic lands, right? So like Harbinger is not even gonna do anything. That doesn't really help me here. You know what? No. Yeah, we're fucked. Like we cannot beat this.
Uh-oh.
So, all right. We're taking Aether Vial out here. We're gonna bring in this. We'll bring, I guess, Svyelun. Maybe we're actually supposed to bring in Subtlety. All right. That's got to be better here. All right, come on. We need a good hand for game 3. It's not the best, but I guess it's not the worst. I guess we keep this. We just play Hierarch and hope that maybe Tidebinder can get them on turn 2. Yeah. Well, it's great unless they open with like exactly Thoughtseize here, so. If they Thoughtseize my Tidebinder, like this is gonna get tough real quick. It could improve though. Like if we draw like a Harbinger of the Seas early enough here, then it might actually. All right, Harbinger of the Seas could actually be fantastic off the top right now. Like, come on, opponent. It almost doesn't matter what's on the top of your deck. You like 90% want that in your graveyard anyway, just to exile it with relics later, so. Or with your Emperor of Bones. So yeah, okay, that tracks.
Okay.
All right, I guess I'm just passing here. So if they play like a fetch land, then I definitely want to hit it with Tidebinder. Otherwise, I can just wait until my next turn, play the Mindspring Merfolk. Yeah, like they can never crack this, right? They're in such danger if they do. Do it, opponent. I fucking dare you. Yeah, no, there is no way. No, they can't. They know. All right. Uh,
The Chinese.
we'll just play Mindspring off of this just so it when we don't attack, it doesn't look as suspicious, and maybe it'll just look like we messed up our mana. Oh, I think this is lagging. There we go. Okay. They have to live in fear. They probably feel in their soul that if they crack this fetch land, it's not going to live. So, but what can they do? They have to try, right? So. Absolutely not. Be gone, bot. All right. Let's see what they got here. The Dismember was a pretty good draw here, I think. They could be in trouble if they don't have like more lands. Then like it's gonna be difficult to play stuff. So what do? They play like a 2-drop and I just kill it and attack them for a bunch. Interesting. That seems pretty good. Okay. I don't need to crack this just yet. I can wait until their turn. Make them think that maybe I'm sitting on like another Dismember or something. What do they do here? They can't tap out for like Ketramos and just have nothing, right? They're pretty much in the position where they need like Solitude or they're gonna die. So Overlord, maybe Ephemerate, right? Or no, they can't even do that. So oh, they found Solitude. No, no, god damn it, fuck. They have the Ephemerate 100%. I can feel it. I know it. It was the only way they had out of this. Yeah, I don't have Scolding. You got me. Fuck me. Goodbye, all of my board. They're not gonna block this thing, right? So, I mean, I could have... I guess I should crack this first. Just because I could draw, something important here. There's no way that they're blocking it, right? They're just gonna let the Ephemerate kill it, so... Maybe that means... maybe I'm supposed to play the Svyelun here, because that's another target that they have to kill, and like that actually does threaten them. One of these is gonna die anyway, so I may as well get this out. Who knows? Maybe next turn I'll draw like Harbinger of the Seas and play Master of the Pearl Trident, have Island Walk online for whatever's still left here. Just gotta hope they don't have another Ephemerate. If they have another Ephemerate, I'm dead. All right. All right. Well, that was terrible. So I guess what? Dismember wins, right? Nope, not anymore. It doesn't. So what do they do here? I mean, I don't think attacking really helps me any. Like, it gets... I guess attacking gets Solitude off the board. I don't know how much that's gonna help. Like, maybe get no, but it's attacking's not gonna help because if I do that, then they're just gonna I cannot attack here. This is not gonna this plan is not gonna work. We're in a really bad spot right now. I need them to just kind of draw lands and not really do anything. Like if they just kind of pass back and don't really do anything, then we're in a spot where Mindspring Merfolk could actually be good here. Okay. All right. Interesting. Um I guess they think that they can just use this, right? Oh, that's really good. All right, we're just dead, right? They're just gonna flicker wisp. That was a fucking fantastic last card. We're all right, done. They may as well have been ephemerate because they just did they're gonna do the same thing. So goodbye, probably Tidebinder because that's the only thing. Maybe they go after the Mind Spring just because they don't want me to draw cards. But no matter, it doesn't really matter what they take here. They're all fantastic. Yeah, they're gonna take this because they don't want me to draw the cards. That's it. I have nothing for this now. I I don't have anything to push through here. Again, if I attack them, they're just gonna exile this thing and then just bring it back. Like it's all bad. Or they also could just like use Overlord and then just get it back that way. So this does not do anything. So I guess getting rid of Mindspring is correct because at least they stop me from drawing like answers here because we need to string together something like Harbinger of the Seas and a Lord. And there is no way that we're getting all of that here. You know what? I think it's over. Yeah, like really mill here. Oh, they're gonna get another Overlord, yeah. And then this one's alright, we're done. Like this is over. That was brutal. That matchup I think is very difficult, and I don't want to ever see it. Like Ephemerate Solitude is like probably it's one of the most effective ways to kill Merfolk, right? It's right up there alongside Ensnaring Bridge. It's so ridiculously powerful. And they have so many ways to keep blanking that stupid Solitude. We had like a turn where we could have drew the answer and just didn't. So, there was a chance, like we almost got there, but they managed to find the Solitude in time, and then it fell apart. So, got one more chance to try to make this happen. We're on the play for the last one. We have a really kind of bad hand. I'm not keeping a one lander with like this is a much better hand. I think I have to keep this. I think I just get rid of a Lord. Really no. I get rid of the Aether Vial because I'm gonna go with Hierarch here. And then I can just play like Tishana's Tidebinder next turn because of the Sink into Stupor, so. Lotus Bloom. Okay, so interesting. Although we don't have to do this just yet. The Sink into Stupor is going to be more valuable at actually being cast. This is also, if we can find Cavern of Souls and we can just lock down Charbelcher with this thing, that'll be great. We're up against Mono Blue Belcher. This is a deck. Actually, I have a lot of these cards sitting on my desk right here. Do nothing? Okay. There's... Like... Yeah. I am literally just holding, like, whoops, all the cards for, like, this deck in my hand right now, because it was, like, one of the ones I was looking at just building for fun here. So, yeah, here's, like, the Thunder Trap Trainers and Word of Invention, or, you know, it's...
Trap.
Yep.
What do you know about Thunder Trap?
Okay. Let's get back to MTGO. Alright. They're going to have 1,000,000 mana here. There's not a whole lot we can really do to stop that. They did suspend 2 Lotus Blooms, so that's not ideal. We definitely want to play Master of the Pearl Trident. Okay, you got a counterspell, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna run out of stuff to do here. Like, once they get these Lotus Blooms online, it's gonna be real hard to come back from this. Beautiful. That's exactly the card we needed to see here. Alright. They haven't played any creatures, so alright. That's interesting. Well, that's fine. Because if their plan is to just play Charbelcher and activate it, I have Tidebinder ready for this. Okay. I hope you don't have another counterspell. Actually, I don't think it's going to matter, right? A counterspell is not going to stop Tidebinder here. They need, like, Subtlety. That's the only card that can save them. Alright, what's your plan, opponent? Hydroelectric Specimen, huh? No, thank you. They're just looking for an emergency blocker, and they're not going to get it, so... Okay, we beat Belcher in game 1. That's great. Force of Negation is fantastic against this deck, and Consign to Memory is fantastic against this deck. So, these are 6 incredibly powerful cards here, so that bodes very well for us. What is not very good against this deck? Harbinger of the Seas is ironically really, really bad. Because it actually it like lets them not have to take damage from their land, so we are not going to be playing Harbingers. And I think just like Floodpits Drowner probably. That's really it. Like maybe Svyelun. Svyelun's actually a little bit slow. I could see like taking out Svyelun here. Because these things at least attack faster, so I guess we'll just do it like this. So yeah, Flare, Force, and Consign. We have and actually even Sink into Stupor is pretty good. So plus Tidebinder. Like we have so many answers to this deck. Like the important thing is Cavern of Souls makes all of our stuff uncounterable, so that's very, very good. This is really a weird hand. We don't really have that good of a clock. Like, I guess Flare is okay. Like, these are okay cards, but I'm not really convinced that two Mindspring Merfolks are going to get us there. I want to keep something... Well, that fucking tracks. Alright. I guess I'm going to keep this. This is probably our best card. Let's get rid of Drowner and, like... Lord of Atlantis, maybe? Okay. I mean, it could be worse. I still think this is better than our first hand, so... So the Aether Vial still is an uncounterable way to Tidebind them down. And if I draw Hierarch, do I play... I think I'm still supposed to play Tidebinder even if I draw Hierarch. Alright. So I got Lotus Bloom. Nope, okay. Our life total is completely meaningless here, so we can shock ourselves. It's not a big deal. We only have two modes, okay? Alive and dead. Oh, hold on. I forgot I didn't put the chat back up. Here we go. We're here. Alright, they could have, like, Force of Negation, but... So we didn't see them play, like, Tameshi or Thundertrap Trainer or any of the creatures last time. So they could be on... Oh, they have Tameo. Alright, well, that's a good one. So that might mean that they have Flare of Denial, so we have to be a little bit aware of that. That is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good with Force and Tidebinder here. The only question I have is, should I be tide shaping this or not? I think even if I do, only one of my creatures is unblockable. I could just play Master and Vial in this, but... Yeah, I'm thinking I might just Vial it in, so we'll just play the Master here. Like, Tameo's likely to attack to get them a clue token. I don't know. Even if they keep it back to block, at least I guarantee I get in 2 damage, so... Yeah, this isn't really something they want to flare, right? This is a pretty bad flare target. Subtlety. Okay. I'm definitely going to put this back on top of the deck. So it'll make my curve from Vial up to 3 a lot better. I basically just need to get to 3 so that I can put this Tishana's Tidebinder into play. They still only have 1 land.
What's this?
Hmm?
Oh, I heard something about we're getting $5,000 from Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk is not giving us $5,000. I will promise you that.
I'm listening.
So they exiled this. Okay, so they're gonna have Lotus Bloom, so that'll be 3. They can 4. I think that we're fine here. I think we just put the Master in play right now. And then our best draw is either a blue card or a land next turn. Yeah, one land, like, that seems really ambitious here. And the thing is, even if they put Belcher into play, they won't have the mana to activate it, so I'm concerned, because I'll be able to, like, tick up Vial and have Tidebinder available. So, yeah, even if they tap out for this, like, I don't think I force anything. Like, this isn't the danger zone for us yet. What am I gonna do? You don't even have the mana to activate a Belcher, so why would I care? Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay. I don't actually think I got to activate it yet. I've done it on Arena. I think I've activated it to draw like 3 cards on Arena, and it was the fact that it put the counters on the creatures was actually even more of a big deal than drawing the cards, but I'm still testing it in Modern. This is the first time that I've gotten to play with it here, so they got a Belcher with this. All right. But that means they didn't get a land. What the fuck? They have 1 land and they have no... They're so far away. This is fucking pathetic. Opponent, like, what are you doing? What is your 6-card hand that you kept here? This is absolutely just, like, stunning. I don't even think that I tick this up now, because they couldn't put a Belcher in no matter what they do this turn. I would rather just Vial in a Lord if I draw one and make sure I play around Flare of Denial. If it put counters on equal to the number of cards you drew, like, there is no way that that card would have been printed. Like, what? X equals 3, give your entire board plus 3. No, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Even for, like, a Merfolk player dreaming, that's still too big of a dream. Alright, I mean... I don't know what they're hoping to accomplish here, but I don't think it's gonna work out for them. I guess I'm gonna fetch now. May as well. Just get an island. Just because that way I can play either one of these cards if I need to. But I feel very in control right now. And if they don't play... I'm not going to bother ticking this Vial up for, like, if they don't play a land, so... I mean, if I had the Hedge Maze, sure. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, this is going to be the best. Again, they're not in a position where they can actually do anything. Alright, they gave up. Alright, there we go, we win. They were like, on 1 land, they're never beating this, so... Mindspring looked really good there, so that's a plus. Yeah, I don't know. I think this list, I think, warrants more testing. It seems like there was some potential here with this, so... hold on, let me hide... Alright, you can see the sideboard here. I don't know, I think this was okay. Everything seemed like mostly did what we wanted it to. There was just like kind of some awkward hands where we just like didn't have like any lands at all, or just like one land and didn't work. But yeah, we could also potentially try like Utopia Sprawl over Vial, but maybe Vial still has some value because we only have 2 Cavern of Souls in this list. So with it making some of the creatures uncounterable does matter a little bit in some of these matches. So I guess we'll see how that turns out. But I don't know, maybe we'll do this again next week. But there we go. That's what we got for right now. So um, I don't really have anything else to say. So I thought it was okay. I'm excited to play with Mindspring a little bit more. So that's pretty much all I've got to say about it. All right. Well, now it's time to send you off to somebody else here. Let's see who's doing stuff. Oh, somebody's playing the Modern Challenge, maybe. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Cool. All right. That's fine. We'll send you off to him. Anyway, if you are watching my replay, do me a favor, click the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I do this just for your entertainment. So if you are enjoying this content, that's all I ask of you. You can just click thumbs up. I would love it. You can find all my stuff. Find all my stuff in the chat in the link tree here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you everyone. Yeah, we'll see you again next week. Probably with this list again. Maybe we might make changes. It'll depend on how I feel. So, yeah. So, all right. Let me find this guy here. Send you off to watch some. Looks like Modern Challenge. So, all right. That's it. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.